What another glorious and beautiful day today. What an awesome day. It's beautiful up here in Montana. Not too hot, the wind's blowing just a little bit, it's just beautiful. Just kind of like God's grace and mercy. He's given us another day of that as well. We need to take full advantage of it. If you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, I suggest that you not wait too much longer and that you cry out to Him and ask Him into your life, because He is the only way anyone is going to escape the things that are about to come upon this world. And for those of you who profess that you know Christ but are living more in the world than you are for God, it's time to come back under the wings of God. It's time to come home. You guys would be called as prodigal children. You're in the world, but you're not of God, and He doesn't wish anyone to perish. So I suggest that you turn back to Him and come back and make things right before events start to unfold around us. That's what kind of leads me to this video. I did a written one yesterday I sent out showing what we had going on here at our home, and wanted to go into a little bit more in depth. My wife and I have been praying for about a year or so and asking the Lord to be able to, that we would be able to have a place that when the world starts falling apart, that we would be able to bring people into, that they would be safe. City of refuge, I guess you would call it. Kind of like what they had back in the Old Testament. They had places where when people were being hunted or they needed safety from being killed, they could go to these cities of refuge until they got a trial, and nobody could touch them. Well, this is kind of the same concept. This is a place where people can go to escape the chaos that's happening in the world when things start to get to the point that they're so bad and Christians are being persecuted. They can come and seek a place of refuge where they won't be touched. Because I believe that God, for one, I believe there's going to be more than just this across the country. I believe there's going to be others popping up here soon. Unrelated. The only thing that we have in common is that we're just heeding God's warnings and listening to His voice. And that's why we're setting this up, because I believe that the Lord wants us to have this here. And we've already got a garden going. We have goats, as you can see them wandering around. I'm kind of keeping an eye on them today. Let them go into the woods and graze. We have chickens for fresh eggs. And we're just trying to prepare everything up. We got more than enough places for people to come and put their RVs, set up their tents. We even have thinking about building some more stick homes. We have a couple cabins up here. And we just want to be able to have a place where people can come and just to be safe. And right now, our ministry is in need of some financial assistance, so we can be able to bring in a little bit more food. We want to go and buy some bulk beans of different varieties and some more rice and some more canned food, just to be able, so we'd be able to feed people when they come up here. We want to get some more tents, big tents, and sleeping bags, and some clothing for when things start to unveil themselves and people start to flee from the cities and smaller towns. We'll be able to help meet their needs, and it's only through God. It has nothing to do with us. We're just trying to be obedient. We're just trying to be able to help those who can't help themselves because they're not listening right now. So we know we're going to have a lot of those people coming up who shoulda, coulda, would have done something, but instead they chose just to continue on. And a lot of people would turn them away, but we won't. Whoever God leads up here to us, we will help. Nobody will be turned away. And so we're just asking, we just pray that, if the Lord lays it upon your heart to give us a hand, to help donate financially, to be able to bring in some of these other materials, that would be awesome, because our window is very short. We know whatever's going to happen is going to happen within the next month and a half, if not sooner. The way things are unraveling around us, the birth pangs are getting more and more intense, and that crowning is about to take place. So this is what my video is about today. It's just a quick shout out, and I hope we don't ask people for very much. Actually, it's just usually the Lord, my wife, and me, but we are in need of some items. And again, what we're in need of is some financial donations to be able to get these items, to make sure that we have plenty on hand for when people show up. Whether we're here, whether the rapture happens or not, we know God will draw people to this spot because it's safe, it's out of the way, and they'll be protected from what's coming.